I've been coaching youth football 16 years now, and I've never coached a kid with Kade's ability.
One thing that makes me stand out from 11-year-old QBs is probably my work ethic. If you're better than me, I will try to be better than you. I'm Kade Grant, I'm an 11-year-old quarterback, and you're watching No Days Off. I first got into football when I was watching football on the couch with my dad, and I'm like, this looks really cool, so let's play it. And then we just started practicing in the backyard.
There was a moment when Kade was about 3 years old, and Kade comes running up the stairs, goes, "Mom, Dad, look, I can throw a spiral." And then he bullets this ball across the living room, and we both look at each other like, is that like a normal thing?
When I wanted to be a quarterback, I was watching, I think, Tom Brady throw the ball. I'm like, he is really good. I want to be like him. So I started training.
He's at the field before I get to the field. I usually get to practice about 30, 45 minutes early every day, and he's out there with his dad warming up, throwing passes.
His work ethic, you don't find that in many 11-year-old kids. It's more the parent that's kind of driving them to do it. And what I like about him is he comes in and like if he makes a mistake, he wants to get better.
Go, really get down. There you go. Good, that's a good ball.
Quarterback consultant is I'm like a mechanic, right? Guy comes in and I'm looking at, I break everything down and fix technique. His first training, he started off with 5-yard throws because he was younger and he was like mastering them. So I was like, this kid's advanced. So I was excited to work with him. He had the arm strength, he had the tools, it was more just fixing some of the mechanical pieces.
I've seen Kade improve a lot over the last year. His arm strength, his IQ, his ability to read what's going on, his ability to know what everyone's job is on that play. Like literally, I'll call a play and I can see him in the huddle pointing to kids, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. The NFL quarterback that Kade reminds me the most of would be Joe Burrow for the Bengals. Just like the way he throws the ball and carries himself on the field reminds me of him a lot.
Kade reminds me of a little Justin Herbert a little bit, his upper body mechanics, you know, strong arm, right? I mean, really strong arm.
The quarterback I'm similar to is Trevor Lawrence because he's more of a pocket quarterback. I'm kind of that way too. I'm not really much of a scrambler, and he can throw like 70 yards. And I have a really good arm for my age, and I used to have long hair. So I looked like him and I played like him.
He goes to school 5 days a week during the school week, and then we train here at QBFT with Cleve 2 nights a week. And then in the evenings, he's got online classes with QBIQ. So it's a quarterback classroom setting where they put the quarterbacks through pre and post snap reads of the defenses, so you can get a sense for, as a quarterback, if my defense is showing this, here's how I need to respond and what I can anticipate. So a little bit of the classroom and then also the on the field work is kind of his typical week.
Well, QBIQ is your awareness, right? I can train anyone to throw the ball. You can throw a beautiful interception, like I always tell the guys. It's about understanding where the ball needs to go. 80% of playing quarterback is the mental side, and his IQ is high.
It's definitely something that is not expected of an 11-year-old quarterback to be able to read a defense pre-snap. Last year, we went to a QBIQ camp, and part of that camp, you have a book and flashcards and things like that where it walks you through as a quarterback kind of like how you should be approaching the position. And he's just quick to apply that classroom learning to the field.
So I have a really high QBIQ because I've been doing that for about 2 years now. So I've like memorized it perfectly. If you're experienced and know like the QBIQ system, you'll say that doesn't work and that does, but a person who might not know say like the opposite, like that works and that doesn't.
He is an avid mathematician, and I think that is what's made him successful in classroom, even football settings too.
I got bragging rights at school. So we all made like a bet. If the Chiefs like lost, you had to do a really hard math problem that the teacher has to choose. So, but I won, so all of like the 15 kids that bet against me had to do a really hard math problem. And math is my favorite subject, so I did that equation like that. If you're a quarterback, you have to know what angle the receiver has to cut at in order for you to place the ball where the defender can't get it, and 2, where the receiver can keep running. It's meant to be the favorite subject of the quarterback.
I want Kade to, excel. So I want him to, go to college. I want him to play on a big stage. The aspiration is to make it pro, right? I get it. But I want him to be successful off the football field.
One of my biggest goals is be a starting quarterback in the NFL and win a Super Bowl. When you're in the NFL, you have to win a Super Bowl. Come on.